If you keep living the way you are right now, where will you be in 5 years? Same job, same excuses, same regrets. Today, that ends. There comes a moment in every person's life when comfort becomes the enemy. Not fear, not failure, not rejection, comfort. Because comfort convinces you that where you are is good enough, that the job you tolerate is fine, that the dream you buried can wait, that the version of you you've settled for is who you're supposed to be. But deep down, you know better. You feel it when you wake up at 6 a.m. and hit snooze, even though there's something inside you screaming, "Get up." You feel it when you scroll past people chasing their dreams, and something tightens in your chest. You feel it when you say, "Maybe someday," instead of "today." That feeling? That's not guilt. That's your potential calling you out. See, in this country, in America, you are surrounded by opportunity, not guaranteed success, not guaranteed fairness, but opportunity, the kind that millions around the world would risk everything to have. And yet, opportunity means nothing without action. You can live in the land of possibility and still die in regret. Let that sink in, because too many people are waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for confidence, waiting for permission. But here's the truth nobody tells you. There is no perfect moment. There is no sudden burst of confidence that magically transforms you, and nobody is coming to give you permission. If you're waiting, you're already losing, because while you hesitate, someone else is moving. While you doubt, someone else is building. While you question your worth, someone else is proving theirs. And the difference isn't talent, it's decision. At some point, you have to decide, I'm done living small, not when it's convenient, not when it's easy, not when everyone supports you. Now, because the longer you wait, the harder it becomes to leave behind the life you've gotten used to. Comfort builds invisible chains. And the scariest part? You don't even realize you're trapped. You tell yourself stories. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough money. I'm not ready yet. But let me ask you something. How long are you going to keep telling yourself that? Another year? 5 years? 10? At what point do you finally say, enough? Enough excuses, enough procrastination, enough shrinking your dreams to fit your fears. Because the truth is, you don't need more time. You need more courage. Courage to start before you feel ready. Courage to fail publicly. Courage to keep going when nobody claps. Because in the beginning, nobody will. Nobody's watching. Nobody's cheering. Nobody cares. And that's exactly where most people quit. But that's also where the real ones are. Built. Because if you can show up when it's quiet, if you can stay consistent when it's lonely, if you can push forward when there's no immediate reward, then you're no longer chasing motivation. You're building discipline. And discipline is what separates those who wish from those who win. Let me be clear. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being relentless. It's about waking up every day and choosing growth over comfort, even when it hurts. Especially when it hurts, because pain is part of the process. Rejection, it's part of the process. Failure, it's part of the process. Doubt, definitely part of the process. But so is transformation. So is strength. So is success. The question is, are you willing to go through the process, or are you going to keep watching from the sidelines, telling yourself one day, because one day is the most dangerous lie you'll ever believe, and if you don't, break that cycle now. You'll still be saying it years from today. It's not the world that's holding you back. It's the standards you're choosing to live by, because at the end of the day, your life will rise or fall to the level of what you tolerate. Think about that. What are you tolerating right now? A job that drains you? Habits that weaken you? People who don't believe in you? Excuses that you've repeated so many times They sound like facts? Because every time you tolerate less than what you're capable of, you send a message to yourself, this is enough. And your mind listens, your life adjusts, your future shrinks. But the moment you raise your standards, everything changes, not overnight. Not magically, but permanently. Because when you decide, I don't tolerate mediocrity anymore, your actions start to align with that decision. You stop negotiating with your excuses. You stop choosing comfort over growth. You stop waiting to feel like it. And that's where your power is. Not in motivation, not in hype, in standards. Because motivation fades. You've felt it before. That burst of energy after watching a video, reading a quote, hearing a speech like this, you feel unstoppable. For a moment, and then what happens? Life hits. Doubt creeps in. Old habits return. And suddenly that fire you felt disappears. That's why motivation alone will never change your life. But standards? Standards don't care how you feel. Standards say, this is who I am now. And once you decide who you are, your behavior follows. So the real question is, who are you willing to become? Not who you wish you were, not who you used to be, not who other people expect you to be. Who are you when you decide? Because there are two versions of you fighting for control every single day. The one who wants comfort, and the one who wants greatness. The one who says, take it easy. And the one who says, do the work. The one who avoids pain, and the one who embraces it. And whichever one you feed, wins. So if you keep feeding distraction, you'll stay stuck. If you keep feeding fear, you'll stay small. If you keep feeding excuses, you'll stay exactly where you are. But if you start feeding discipline, if you start feeding focus, if you start feeding the version of you that refuses to quit, everything changes. Because success isn't something you chase, it's something you become through your habits, through your consistency, through the standards you refuse to break. And let me tell you something most people don't want to hear. This path, it's not easy. There will be days you don't feel like showing up. There will be moments you question everything. There will be times you feel like you're giving everything and getting nothing in return. That's part of it. That's the test. Because success doesn't come to those who try when it's convenient. It comes to those who show up when it's hard, when it's boring, when it's uncomfortable, when nobody's watching. That's where your future is decided. Not in the big moments, in the small ones. The daily choices, the quiet decisions, the times when you could quit, but don't. And if you can win those moments, you can win your life. So stop waiting, stop doubting, stop telling yourself you'll start tomorrow, because tomorrow doesn't build anything. Today does, right now does. This moment does. You don't need another sign. You don't need another plan. You don't need more information. You already know what you need to do. The only thing left is to do it. So make the decision, right here, right now. No more excuses, no more delays, no more settling. Decide that your life is worth the effort. Decide that your dreams are worth the struggle. Decide that you are done being average. When you were built for more. And once you decide, commit. Not for a week, not for a month, for as long as it takes. Because the life you want, it's not going to come to you. You have to go get it, relentlessly, unapologetically, and without looking back.